Welcome back to the show. So tonight will be the final show for two guys that we love. And we're going to have them on both today. But the first one is Gordon Damer. The other one is Larry Hardesty. And Gordon's going to join us right now. Gordon, how you doing?
Hey, guys. What's going on? How are you today? Let's make things awkward.
Yes, absolutely. Very much so. I'll tell you what. I'll start out with a compliment. Every time I listen to you doing a show, I don't want to turn off the radio, which is the whole thing that you want from a radio host. You're compelling, you're funny, you do everything the right way on radio. So I'm sorry that this is your last show today on our station.
You and me both. But, I don't know if you guys ever heard this before, but I was once told life is a series of hellos and goodbyes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's time for goodbye. These things happen. It's the business we've chosen, as they say in Godfather 2. So you got to roll with the punches in life, and this is one of the punches. It's a bummer. I'll be honest. The last 7 years, I've been doing this for 30 years. The last 7 years have been the most fun that I've had. Yeah. And, the coworkers that we have, people behind the scenes that people don't really know that well because they're not on air, have been fantastic. People that I've worked with on the air have been fantastic. And I would be remiss if I didn't give the biggest hat tip to the greatest tag team partner this side of the Road Warriors, and Larry Hardesty, because he has been absolutely sensational these last three.
And, we've known each other, Gordon, for 31 years, and we were reminiscing on the phone earlier, today. I think back to those days at Sports Phone waiting for Tony La Russa to finish his seventh pitching change in Oakland at, 2:15 in the morning in a game the A's were up 9 runs, about where our careers were going to go and how we would walk with snow boots to do updates on on a radio station somewhere, and to be able to accomplish what you've been able to accomplish in working with you for the last 2 decades on ESPN. It's just been so special, and I never knew those days at Sports Phone we'd ever get a chance to do what we've been able to do. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and look, I worked at the station when we first started and left for some other opportunities, and then when I got the opportunity to come back, it really was like a dream come true, because I didn't think that I would ever get that chance again, and to kind of come home again has been great. I hope this is not the end of it for my broadcast. We don't know what's next, but these 7 years, and to be sharing the airways with guys like you guys, I know we don't really work together per se, but we're all part of the same team. It really has. I know it sounds cliche, it sounds trite, but it really has been kind of an honor. I mean, it's one of the highlights of my career.
What's your favorite thing about Larry?
Larry is one of the nicest people, and everybody will say that. When you say that, it almost sounds like if that's the first thing you lead with, it's like a slight to his broadcast. I have learned so much about broadcasting from working with Larry, and I always feel like Larry and I are contemporaries. But he has such knowledge about things that I'm weaker on that I really feel like we were a great team. So he's been the best. And to go through it with him, I really feel unfortunate for him, as I'm sure he feels unfortunate that I'm going through it. But he is absolutely, our great sales guy, Pete Doherty, has a scale of people. And it's great guy, good guy, not a bad guy or a jerk. Larry is, I think, a new category, almost like Mariano was in a different league in terms of a great guy. That's Larry Hardesty.
See, now I want to bring that up. He's such a great guy that no one has a bad word to say about him, Gordon. Doesn't it make you a little suspicious that something's up?
It does a little bit, but I've been working with him for 3 years. I still can't find anything. That might just mean that the bodies are really buried well. I'm not sure. Maybe one day it'll all of a sudden be like a Netflix 3-part special, Larry Hardesty, the down years. I don't know. But no, he's the best.
Now, I never asked you this. I mean, you're a big Yankee fan, Knicks fan, and Dolphin fan.
Yeah.
Now, the Yankees have been in a bit of a drought, but not to the point the Knicks and Dolphins.
No.
So what would you want to see more, Dolphin championship or a Knicks championship?
Oh, if I could live to see, I've already kind of resigned myself to never seeing a Dolphin champion. I've actually floated the idea to NFL Network that they should do a series of, how they do a football life, they should do a series of wasted football life. And they could have the Dolphin fans on there, the Browns fans, the Jet fans outside of maybe this year. And that would I would love to see a Dolphin championship. I realize I have no more of my sports soul to bargain with for that, so that left town a long time ago. But that would be my number one. Yeah, no question.
Do you think they have a chance this year? Everybody seems like they're giving the Jets a division.
That's all you love, Gordon Damer. See, that's it.
Nope. Bet the under, people. Bet the under. 9.5. No, look, it's for, I'm like the guy who's in the prison for 40 years and sees people coming in and they're like, I'm going to get out of here. So, no, you're not. You're Dan Marino, whether he realizes it or not, he has ruined more fans of his life. If you were a fan of Dan Marino and grew up watching Dan Marino, you have ruined your football life. He was fantastic. But you're now stuck with an organization that they haven't won a playoff game since Peyton Manning's second season. Peyton Manning's been retired for 10 years. His second, and he played for 20 years. No, they're a loser organization. They'll never win. Their owner's a bobo, and it's just the way it is.
See, this is
what we're losing.
Yeah, we're losing this. This is what you love.
And also you have a great time with pop culture and putting together different brackets and battles of different things.
The Peter Rosenberg Better Health reads. I mean, I thought they got shafted in the opening round, but
exactly. Is there anything right now, pop culture-wise, TV, etc., that you're very into, very high on, that we should know about for Gordon Damer's world?
HBO has a new documentary series called Chimp Crazy, and Don, this is right up your alley.
Okay,
it's about people who own chimps and house chimps on their property. There's only been 2 episodes. I'm telling you right now, the first episode has a guy who you're like, these people seem kind of and then you see this guy, and as soon as you see his face, you're like, a monkey ripped off his nose. Clearly, his nose has been ripped off by something. It clearly was a chimpanzee. The second episode, I'm telling you right now, it is as compelling as anything you have ever watched. You will laugh, you will cry, you will kiss an hour goodbye. It is as compelling. Chimp Crazy, I think is called on HBO.
All I saw was like the little like logo on my screen, and I didn't give it a second thought.
No.
Gordon, I am so in now, thanks to you. This is why I love it. Thank you.
And I'll tell you, the first episode, you'll be like, I can take it or leave it. Like a couple of hits, couple of misses. Second episode, if you are not drawn in on that second episode, oh my God, I don't even want to give anything. I want you to go in fresh.
Wow.
And Michael, you know how many Saturdays I've been stuck in the car just trying to get the results of what I learned on TikTok. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but it is such terrific radio where he comes up with 4 things and, one's made up and 3 are real or vice versa. And you do I don't even know where you come up with these things.
It's literally all on TikTok. Now, I will be honest. I think I have, as wide and as powerful as the internet is, I think I have scrounged every last fact. I think I've learned everything that the internet has to offer me.
Wow.
Yeah.
You finished the internet.
Yeah, I have. Anything that's useful. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's, like, interesting and useful. Like, there's a lot of stuff about how to fix a leaky toilet. That's not good radio. I'm looking for useless information that is also entertaining. And any of those facts, I think I have scoured the internet, and there's none left. I need to, wait for it to replenish.
Well, last weekend I found out that Jack Black was addicted to cocaine at 14.
14!
That is early.
It's a tad early.
Well, Robert Downey Jr. says, hold my beer, but he had issues early.
Yeah. Well, look, there's a lot of those. We had a lot of fun with that. And Jacob Perry, who works on your show today, he was fantastic. A lot of the people behind the scenes, we gave them the opportunity at some airtime, and it was legendary. Brian Munguia, years gone by, Harvey Cruz and Joe Leo, who work on our show every single night, just about. They've all been great at it. So it's been a fun run.
All right. So your final show is tonight with Larry. I'm sure we'll hear more from you, and you will obviously keep in touch with all of us. Thanks for popping on.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You got
Be good.
That's Gordon Damer.
Thanks, Gordon.
No,
you got this.
We're tiptoeing around this, all right? So, we always say the truth. In another of a long series of questionable decisions, because of the change in the radio station and the traffic people, it's too complicated even to explain. Maybe Don could be better than me, but residual damage is going to be Gordon Damer and Larry Hardesty, and that's going to hurt our station. I'm not going to lie. They're not retiring. They would love to remain here, but because of all of these different moves that were happening, they're kind of caught on the outside looking in, which is unfortunate. And as he said at the beginning, I'm glad he did, it's kind of awkward because we're not celebrating a career. We're lamenting the fact that they're not coming back. So I'm not quite sure how to put it. It is a little awkward.
It is, but I'm glad we had an opportunity, as Lindor hits a solo home run to tie the game up at 2, to be able to say goodbye. And listen, I've known him since 1993, working at Sports Phone together, sitting there dreaming of being able to do the things that we've been able to do in our career. And quite frankly, it sucks that he's moving on. And I really hope that there's a PD out there listening that gives this guy an opportunity. He's a talent. He's witty. He's got a wealth of sports knowledge, tremendous pipes. I mean, this guy deserves to be working somewhere. So our loss, hopefully, will somebody else's gain down the road.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just it's an awful, awful story. You know, we talked about all the people at WCBS 880 that lost their jobs. And now 2 people that are excellent at what they do are losing their jobs because of business decisions made in places that we have no influence, unfortunately. But they do listen, and if they do have room, they should bring both of these guys back because that's how good they are. They're not just, they're filling time. No, they're really good at what they do. And I think they have a really, really sincere, popular following.
Knowledgeable, funny, warm, just a great, pleasant listen. Both will be fine, I know, but it's a loss for us, and it's a bummer.
Oh, don't forget, and don't worry, we'll have another awkward situation at 5:45 when we have Larry on.
I love Larry.
Yeah.